And good morning, space engineers. This is Mr. Kasarian.
And this is Techrin.
And we are back. That's right, I actually have Techrin back, along with a base that he's been working on, which is causing my FPS to drop to 17 while recording, so I apologize. This will not be staying around in the save, because if it does, I might shoot myself.
Yeah, this is what I've been working on. And so I've been playing quite a bit more than Kess has. That's why I have a grinding wall, which currently has a total of 2,220 grinders in total.
Which we will be building something similar, if slightly more sane.
But insane is so much better.
It doesn't need to be this big, man.
It actually did need to be for one of the ships that I needed to grind down. I use a few different modded ones. I was able to capture a hurricane. A hurricane is approximately 12 by 12 by, I believe, 103. Or no, it was actually even bigger than that. It was at its longest, it was 32 by 36 by 103 because it had wings.
So I see here that you have a Kestrel cruiser from FTL.
Yep. It is actually pretty great, except for the fact that right now the main issue is actually where basically we are currently, or I am actually playing with another friend of mine. He does not do YouTube at this time, but basically he actually is the owner of this one, which is currently in work. We use approximately 71 mods according to Space Engineers, while Kess uses 11. So there's quite a few things that are missing, but we'll make do.
So what is this ship here supposed to be?
This ship would be, once I actually get it unlocked...
It's all small armor blocks, isn't it?
Yes. It is a very...
It's a very large ship made out of small armor blocks.
Indeed. I'm just trying to get...
Should I mention that this thing would be relatively combat ineffective?
Oh, I understand as much, but you see, this was my friend's ship, and I just figured I'd bring it along.
Ah.
Because I may have added on to it a little bit.
I mean, it's pretty.
Except for the things that I added on, you do not have for mods. Specifically, gravity generators on small ships.
Yep.
As well as various conveyor additions. But this thing does have a great amount of thrusters right now.
I can see that.
Yes. And that was actually the first thing that I was going to be doing, is going ahead and using this, because it currently has quite a few weapons on it. So I was thinking that I was going to go over and have some fun with that. From the looks of things, military escort.
Alright, let's, you don't happen to have a passenger seat in that thing, do you?
If you wouldn't mind going ahead and grabbing the
Thunderhawk?
materials, or you can use the Thunderhawk, or you can go ahead and grab materials enough for this one.
Alright, let me just grab the Thunderhawk then. It's not as big as a Thunderhawk. I'm assuming this is a reference to the 40K Thunderhawk gunship.
Honestly, it came with a mod. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
We happen to
Jesus
capture
Christ,
it.
Ben, I'm down to 7 frames per second over here.
Yeah, we're working on optimizing this and hoping that it doesn't go even more insane. I've actually spent like half an hour to 45 minutes just sitting in the SE toolbox and trying to figure out what I can do. Naturally, he forgot to reload these, so this one actually does not currently have ammo. Does the Thunderhawk have ammo?
No.
Strange. It may actually be because me and my friend do not actually generally run a weapons server. The only time that we actually run it is when we're actually running around and grabbing ships, because it's kind of unfair to just grab ships if their weapons are off.
Yeah, you you might have some either ammunition in your base or...
Well, see, I actually also run a slightly higher rating on the amount of stuff that I can actually put in stuff. I mean, you run it at 10 times, I run it at 10,000 times. There may be a bit of a difference there.
Maybe just a little bit.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm currently kind of working on that a little bit, but realistically...
You can still pull stuff out, you just can't put anything back in.
Yeah, the issue is my inventory is already full.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let me see what I have aboard my base in terms of ammunition, what I can cook up over there.
Okay. But yes, I
Wow,
actually
this thing
do...
decelerates like it hits a brick wall, doesn't it?
Which one?
Thunderhawk, except for up. It doesn't like to stop going up.
That'd be correct.
I just had to kick my orientation around to get it to stop.
Yeah, I've had to do that quite a few times with various ships of mine. I also actually found out about the thermobaric missiles.
Oh?
Those ones are actually quite fun. Basically, in order to fire it, you basically just toss a thruster on the front of it with thruster damage on.
Yep.
That's fun.
Yep. Alright, let's see what I have for ammunition.
I currently have, I believe, 18 missiles.
Alright, I got 200-something missiles, a couple hundred crates of ammunition.
Okay, that is certainly more than I have.
What do you mean your rocket launchers aren't connected to the rest of them?
Okay.
Nor is that cargo container, apparently. So I have to load these things manually, then.
More than likely. See, I did state that they were from a mod originally. I didn't say, how well that mod was. Grant, these are also my friend's version, so I don't know how much of them he has edited. So I can't really say much.
There really needs to be a discussion with these mod authors about, actually connecting everything properly.
Yeah, I mean, conveyors, they're very easy to, put in. Why don't you?
Also, the parallax on these guns is going to be terrible.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like, I'm already looking at it going, I'm going to be missing the broadside of the barn.
Yeah, I mean, the one that I'm using probably won't be too bad, but then again, it's also a giant target.
Yeah.
I should probably build some decoys out on the wings of this thing, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and now that we have thruster lock-on ability, we should be able to build some actually halfway decent decoy probes.
Yeah. That would be good. I actually found out that with mounted turrets, it's actually quite easy to avoid them. And I actually have not been watching your videos recently, so what have you been up to?
Well, I was building the base out, and that was mostly thrown away, and then I wasn't recording for a while because mods weren't working.
Yes.
Which had me all sorts of happy with the devs.
Yes. And then, now that they are finally working, you are sadly behind on what we currently have.
Oh, yeah.
I have...
Now, for the sake of my frame rate, I'm assuming most of the stuff at your base will not be sticking around.
No. I mean, realistically, the only thing that I really wanted to bring over was my storage container with my materials, as well as my Castle Cruiser. Well, see, it would be if it weren't for the fact that, I legitimately earned those. I just earned them in a different world. I just happen to know how to, build warp drives into your world.
I still call it cheating.
Yes, well.
I'm actually not going to argue overly much. As long as the viewers don't rise up in revolt,
Yeah, I figure they might, but if they do, then we can just eliminate anything that we built using it.
Okay, missiles are now selected. You want to take lead?
Well, as soon as...
still loading the stupid thing?
Yeah, I am still actually searching throughout your base for your ammo. Because I don't keep ammo regularly. I usually
just... Let me
just...
see how bad the parallax is on these guns. Oh, God. Gatling Gun 6 is out of ammunition. Where the frag is Gatling Gun 6?
We do not know.
I mean, the spread pattern isn't as bad as I thought it could be.
That might be good. If I was actually on the same team as you.
Ew, yes. Are missiles still blowing up when they come within X distance of each other, irregardless of team?
I do not know.
Maybe. We'll see.
But if you could go ahead and add me to your faction, that would be great.
Yep.
And then, allow me access to your base and stuff. Because you haven't shared it with your faction.
Oh, I haven't, have I?
No. Because have you had anyone on since I've actually left?
Nope.
So it has been quite a while then.
Yeah, most of this place isn't
set up for more than one person.
There.
Gatling turret 2. I see your 107 of those.
I have some ammo in my inventory, by the way. There's some stuff sitting in connector 2.
In connector 2.
That's the one that I'm floating over.
Yep, I see that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So now I just need to go ahead and toss that into my ship.
Is yours at least hooked up with conveyors?
Not entirely, but it's at least a little bit better.
Also, why is this connector in here upside down?
That would actually be because I run a connector mod which edits the base code for the connector instead of adding one in.
Oh, what does it do?
It basically swaps it around as well as it changes I'm not sure why it actually swaps it around, to be honest. But basically it makes it so that with the abilities that it has, it actually makes it quite a bit easier to actually run.
Okay.
Basically because it makes it easier for the magnets to connect and everything else.
Oh, okay. This Thunderhawk has quite a few lights on the stupid thing.
Indeed. The Thunderhawk, actually, no one has edited to my belief, so that's straight from the mod, which I believe Thunderhawk would be from more ships.
Okay. I think it is supposed to be a 40k Thunderhawk, by the way.
Well, I haven't played in a while, so...
That's right, I was trying to find Gatling Gun 6. We are going to want to intercept that military escort in the next couple seconds.
Yeah, it's most likely going to disappear before we actually get to it.
It's only about three clicks out.
Well, you can start your run if you'd like. I am almost set up with mine.
Alright, I have one more bit of ammo to put in because I forgot one of the turrets. Come on, Space Engineer, stop doing that. I keep forgetting that I'm not playing KSP and I'm not dealing with RCS thrusters.
Ah. No, you are dealing with real thrusters.
I think you have that a little bit backwards.
Well, that might be. There we go. Now let's just go ahead and turn. And now I'm going. I apparently have 12,600 ammo.
Oh, it disappeared.
Oh no.
So
Is
now
it time to shoot at the Thunderhawk?
What'd you say?
Is it time to shoot at the Thunderhawk?
I like the Thunderhawk. Let's actually wait for an NPC ship to show up.
And would you happen to have any, or actually, would you happen to have any satellites going around in order to pick them up?
No.
You haven't set up any satellites to go out throughout the outer reaches to pick them up?
Nope.
Ah. That might be a good idea at some point.
Yeah. Really what I wanted to work on was either the broadside ship that you can see the center frame for, up there,
Yes.
or start construction on our own grinder system.
Well, I can certainly say that the grinder system that I have is made for my world. My world has ships that would dwarf your entire station.
Yes.
My world is a bit more, let's, have fun and see see how we can break space engineers.
No.
Yeah, I understand as much.
So, let's,
Now, what are these? Are these giant rocket launchers?
Yeah, those are the large ship rocket launchers.
I see. I actually haven't seen them before.
Oh, really?
It's been a while since I've actually made any warships.
Well, if you want to give me a hand by helping finish out the other side of this thing.
Well, let me just go ahead and grab my materials so I can. What materials? Oh, right. You probably have your materials in your welding ship.
Some of them are in the welding ship, some of them are in the patrol ship that got repurposed.
Ah.
I stuck some large ship grinders on it because I got kind of sick and tired of using the small ship grinders.
I see.
So what we're probably going to do, guys, is start working on that, and I'll bring you guys back in once we've made a little bit of progress on it.
Yep.
And we're back, guys. And before, well, let's just say that this should be entertaining because I'm going after that military transporter. Techrin's going after that military mine layer that's off to my starboard side, I believe. And I'm probably going to die.
Because he's decided to go ahead and engage the military transporter.
Yeah.
Instead of, the smart thing and try and disable it before you actually start to engage it.
This is more fun.
Yeah. See, the main thing that I actually do in order to capture my ships when weapons are on is I just go less than 3 meters per second towards it. And, I eventually catch up to it, mine my way in, and once I'm inside, usually not an issue.
See, that's the easy way.
Kassarian, and apparently it's less than 3 meters per second now.
I actually think they switched it to using the faction system.
Those sons of bitches. Sorry.
Yep. You want me to go after the transporter or that mine layer?
You can go after the transporter. The mine layer, I mean, if it's dead in the water, then it got hit. And if it got hit, there isn't much left.
No, you're right. Unless you hit it front on.
No, I hit it in the side.
Oh.
There isn't much left.
All right, so I have a very small margin of attack here where I can actually hit it versus where it'll blow me to bits.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, during the break, we actually got rid of my base. We had decided that instead of, chancing it and letting YouTube comments go wild about how we were cheating, we figured we would just, go ahead and disable it.
Yeah. We decided that was probably the best idea.
Not the easiest idea, but certainly probably the best idea, though.
So what I'm doing now is as you guys can see, I'm only moving about 1.8 meters per second, and I have my finger hovering over my stop everything key to, as soon as I come within 1,000 of this thing, or 900-ish, I want to zero relative my velocity to it. Of course, I don't have any target markers yet. What the? That was a terribly designed ship.
The Thunderhawk?
Yeah.
What happened?
As soon as I fired missiles, it blew me up.
Ew. I see how that would be a terrible design.
I don't know who built it, but it wasn't a good design.
Well, I'm not entirely sure either. I'm sure that I could look in my mod authors and figure it out. I really feel like doing that.
All right, I'm going to go try and take care of this mine layer and see if that kills me as well. And sorry about that, guys. I had a quick question because I'm ordering food. All right, so let's take a look at this mine layer. And it's going to take a fair bit of time for me to get over there, apparently. Well, not that long. The Thunderhawk's basically dead in the water, by the way. Because, well, it blew out its own cockpit with that missile, as you guys saw. Thank you, whoever built the stupid thing. So, yes. So, did it open fire on you, or what did it do?
It has not opened fire on me yet.
Or are you coming up on it right now?
350 meters away.
Okay.
And it killed me.
Did you exceed speed, or?
I was trying to capture it within, I was basically trying to get hit by it.
And as soon as you made contact, it?
No. It wasn't as soon as I made contact, no. It was I was trying to stay in front of it because I was off by a few meters.
Oh, is it moving?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's moving a little bit to the top or up and right from its center of gravity.
Yep.
So I was just yeah, I'm screwed.
This is going to be a painfully slow approach on this thing.
The mine layer?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the mine layer just isn't moving at all. Well, I'm going to try for the transporter again.
Okay, you see what the Thunderhawk's dead?
Yeah.
All right, so I think this is a good place to actually end this episode while, we're moving at 2.5 meters per second towards a mine layer. So this has been Mr. Kasarian.
And this has been Techrin.
And as always, guys, happy flying.